emailed me
Okay, so good evening, everybody. Welcome to our dining room. Welcome to SVPA. So it's obviously a little bit different. We've never ever done this or explored with this here at Montclair High School. We definitely wanted to, when I selected this piece, for it to be a much more intimate piece that you all are invited guests. Literally and figuratively. So just a couple of things. You will be called out if your phone goes off, because we'll know who you are. The actors will know who you are, I will know who you are, everybody sitting around you will know who you are. So I invite you please to turn it off and not even put it on vibrate. Just sort of like give way to the experience. Thomas, you'll survive it for an hour until intermission. So please take a moment to turn those off. And then the second thing that I want to say is that unfortunately, hopefully people, if they needed to go to the bathroom, went, because once the doors are closed, they're closed. There are no latecomers tonight. The play moves very quickly. I don't think anybody will be dying to get up out of their seat. And then there'll be a very quick intermission in between the two acts that we're doing. So enjoy our
The dining room.
Boy,
Now, do you see how these rooms are designed to catch the early morning lights?
I'll say.
French doors, flowering crabs, lovely garden. Do you like gardening?
I used to.
Well then imagine having a long, leisurely breakfast in here.
As opposed to instant coffee on Eastern Airlines.
Exactly. You know, I grew up in a dining room like this. Same for the furniture, everything.
So did I.
Oh, and here we are. Welcome home.
How much did I ask you for?
Make it up, or I think they'll come down.
The trouble is, we'll never use this room.
Oh, now.
We won't. The last two houses we lived in, my wife used the dining room table to do the laundry.
Oh,
I think you'd better show me something more contemporary.
that means something further out. How long have we got to find you a home?
One day,
And how long will the corporation keep you here after you've found it?
6 months to a year.
Oh, then definitely something further out. We can look at the kitchen as we leave.
Shouldn't have shown me this first.
I thought it was something to go by.
Spoiled everything else.
Oh, no. We'll find you a home. We got all day, but wasn't this a lovely room?
Let's go or I'll buy it.
The dining room.
Yes,
Notice how we gravitate right to this room.
I know it.
You're sure Mother doesn't want the stuff in Florida?
She hardly has room for what she's got. She wants us to take turns without fighting.
We'll just have to draw lots then.
Unless one of us wants something that the other one doesn't.
We have to do it today.
Do you think that's enough time to divide the whole house?
I have to get back, Sal. Here. We use the salt spoon and go room to room taking turns. You get the spoon, you get the dining room.
You mean you want to start here?
We have to start somewhere.
You mean you want the dining room?
Yeah?
What happened to the stuff you had?
Jane took it. It was a part of the settlement.
If you win, where'll you put it?
That's my problem,
I mean,
Sal.
you have a tiny
I'll find a place.
I mean, your kids won't want it.
Probably not.
Then where on earth?
Come on, Sal. Choose. You don't want it.
Of course I want it.
You already have a perfectly good dining room.
Not as good as this.
You want 2 dining rooms?
I'll give her one to Debbie.
To Debbie?
She's our oldest child.
Does Debbie want a dining room?
She might.
In a condominium?
She might.
In Denver?
She just might, Arthur!
Sal, I don't want to fight. Can you please just choose?
Are you planning to put it in storage?
I might.
I checked on that. It costs an arm and a leg.
So does shipping it to Denver.
I know what'll happen if you win.
What?
You'll end up selling it.
Selling it?
That's what'll happen. It'll kick around for a while, and then you'll end up calling a furniture dealer.
I'm absolutely amazed you'd say that.
I don't want to fight, Arthur.
Neither do I. Maybe we should defer the dining room.
Maybe we should.
Is that what you told Mother I'd do? Sell the dining room?
I told her you could have the piano if I could have the dining room.
I'd be lucky if I can keep the spoon.
I'll get the piano and the coffee table if I can have the dining room.
Annie,
Yes, sir.
did I find a seed in my orange juice just now?
I strained it, sir.
Yes, I'm sure you did, Annie. Nonetheless, I believe I may have detected a small seed.
I'll strain it again, sir.
Seeds can wreak havoc with the digestion, Annie.
Yes, sir.
They can take root and grow.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Good
Daddy?
morning, Lizzie Boo.
Daddy, could Charlie and me,
Charlie and I.
could Charlie and I come out and sit with you while you have breakfast?
Certainly you may, Lizziekins. I would be delighted to have the pleasure of your company, provided, I said provided that you sit quietly and don't lean back in your chairs and don't fight or argue.
He says we can!
I said you may, sweetheart.
Good morning, Dad.
Good morning, Dad.
Here's your cream, sir.
Thank you, Annie.
You're welcome, sir.
Dad? Yeah? When will we get to have fresh cream on our shredded weed?
When you grow up, that's when.
Well, I'll tell you what. If there's a war, no one gets cream. If there's a war, we'll all have to settle for top of the bottle.
Daddy, Mom said that she was thinking of having us eat dinner in here with you every night.
Yes, your mother and I are both thinking about that. And as soon as you kids can learn to sit up straight, then I don't see why we can't have a pleasant meal together every evening.
We tried tonight, Dad. As a test?
No, Charlie, because tonight your mother and I are giving a small dinner party, but I certainly hope that you and Liz will come down and shake hands.
You're so shy, Dad.
Well, you'll just have to learn, sweetheart. Half of life is learning to meet people.
What's the other half?
Is that a crack?
No,
That sounded like a crack to me.
no, Dad.
And I don't think that little boys who make wise guy cracks like that normally eat in dining rooms.
I didn't mean as a crack, Dad.
We'll ignore them. We'll go on with our breakfast.
Your car's here, Lizzie, for school. Okay.
Thank you, Annie.
Thank you, Annie. Goodbye, Daddy.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Don't be late. Say good morning to the driver. Sit quietly in your chair. Run. Run, run.
Dad,
Hmm?
can I read the funnies?
Certainly you may. This won't mean much to you, but the government is systematically ruining this country.
Miss Kelly told us about the government.
Really? And just who is Miss Kelly, pray tell?
She's my teacher.
I haven't heard of a Miss Kelly.
She's new, Dad.
And just what has this Miss Kelly been telling you?
She said that there's depression going on,
I see.
and that people all over the country are standing in line for bread,
I see.
and that they have to step up and do something.
Annie? Annie?
Yes, sir?
I should very much like some more coffee.
Yes, sir.
Well, you tell Miss Kelly she's wrong.
Why?
I'll tell you why. If the government keeps on handing out money, no one will want to work. And if no one wants to work, there won't be people around to support such things as private schools. And if no one supports private schools, then your Miss Kelly will be standing in the bread lines with everyone else! You tell Miss Kelly that if you would.
Dad,
What?
can we leave a little bit early today?
We always leave.
I'm always late, Dad.
Nonsense.
I am. Sometimes I come in and we're already singing the hymn.
A minute or two late.
Everybody looks at me, Dad.
It's that new stoplight on Richmond Avenue. It affects our timing.
It's not the stoplight, Dad. It's not. Yesterday I came in And we were already learning mathematics. Miss Kelly says I need to learn to be punctual.
Miss Kelly again, eh?
She says if nobody's punctual, nobody will learn any mathematics.
Son, let me explain something. Your Miss Kelly, well, she may be an excellent teacher. Her factoring, it may be flawless. Her geography, beyond question. But your Miss Kelly does not teach us politics. Nor does she teach us how to run our lives. She's not going to tell you or me to leave early in the middle of a pleasant breakfast and get caught in the bulk of the morning traffic just so you can be on time to sing a silly hymn, long after you've forgotten that hymn, long after you've forgotten how to factor, long after you've forgotten sweet, dear Miss Kelly. You will remember these pleasant breakfasts around this dining room table. And there's your mother to prove it.
Good morning, dear.
Good morning, darling.
Good morning, Charlie.
I know people who leap to their feet when a beautiful woman enters the room.
That's what I do.
I also know people who are quick to push in their mother's chairs. And finally, I know people who are quick to give their mother the second section of the morning paper.
Here, Mom.
Now, Charlie, if you would.
If I would.
Come here. Just look at your mother. Her hair glistening in the morning sunlight. Her eyes reflected off of the dining room table. And ask yourself, Charlie, which is worth more of our ultimate attention? Your mother or Miss Kelly?
Who's Miss Kelly?
Never mind that. My mother? Good, Charlie, fine. And now I think you and I should take a trip upstairs before we say our goodbyes and are on our way.
Yes, Mrs.
Tell Irma I'll push deck this morning.
Yes, Mrs.
Hey!
Oops, I thought you'd gone.
I forgot my briefcase. What's going on?
I have to get this term paper done.
In here.
Where else?
You're gonna type.
Of course I'm going to type.
In here at the table.
Why not?
Because it wasn't designed for it, that's why.
Howard.
Lucky I came back. Next thing you know, you'll be feeding the dog off our low-stock china.
It's got rubber pads under it. I checked. And I will get something else if you like.
You're not gonna use those.
I thought I would, yes.
Those are nice placemats, Ellie.
We haven't used them in 10
Those
years.
are extremely nice placemats. Mother caught those in Italy.
All right! I will use something else then. I will use one of these. Do you mind if I use one of these? We put pots on them. We can certainly put a typewriter.
Yes, Mrs.
I was wondering where my eggs were in.
Irma's cooking 2 more, Mrs.
2 more.
The other 2 slid off the plate while she was buttering the toast.
Is she drinking again, Annie?
No, Mrs.
Tell me the truth.
I don't think so, Mrs.
Fine, I better go see. A simple question of 2 poached eggs. Honestly, Annie, I might as well do it myself.
Yes, Mrs.
Don't you have a plane to catch? It's kind of hard to work when your husband is hovering over you like a helicopter.
Well, it's kind of hard to leave when your wife is systematically mutilating our dining room table.
I will be careful, Howard. I swear. Oh, goodbye.
Couldn't you please work somewhere else?
I'd like to know where else, please.
What's wrong with the kitchen table?
It doesn't work. Last time the kids got peanut butter all over my footnotes.
I will set up the bridge table in the living room.
I just have to move my stuff whenever you and the boys want to watch a football game.
You mean you're going to leave all this here?
I thought I would, yes.
All this shit all over my dining room?
It is a term paper, Howard. It's crucial for my degree.
You were planning on commandeering my dining room for the term?
It just sits here. It's never used.
What if we wanted to have a dinner party?
Since when have we had a dinner party?
What if we wanted to have a few people over, for Christ's sake?
We can eat in the kitchen.
Oh
Everybody does these days.
my. That doesn't make it right.
Let me get this done, Howard.
Why did you tell Mildred to wake me up, Mother?
Let me just finish this grocery list.
I mean, it's Saturday, Mom.
There. I know it's Saturday, darling, and I apologize. But something has come up, and I need you to make a little decision.
What decision?
Start your breakfast, dear. No one can think on an empty stomach. Now, guess who telephoned this morning?
Who?
Your Aunt Martha.
Oh, I love her.
So do I. But the poor thing hasn't got enough to do, so she was on the telephone at the crack of dawn.
What does she want?
Well, now here's the thing. She's got an extra ticket to the theater tonight, and she wants you to join her.
Oh, sure.
Now wait till I finished. I told her it was your decision, of course, but I thought you had other plans.
What other plans?
Now think, darling. Isn't there something rather special going on in your life this evening?
Oh.
Am I right or am I right?
Dancing school.
Not dancing school, sweetheart. The first session of the junior assembly, which are a big step up from dancing school.
Can't work in this place. It's like a tomb!
I told your Aunt Martha you called her right back so she could drum up somebody else.
I thought it was my decision.
It is, sweetheart, of course.
Then I'd like to go see the play with Aunt Martha.
Carolyn, you realize, of course, that on the first session of the junior assemblies, everyone gets acquainted.
Really?
Heavens, yes. It's like the first day of school. Once you miss, you never catch up.
I didn't know that.
You see? You see why we shouldn't make hasty decisions?
Well, then maybe I won't go at all.
What do you mean?
Maybe I'll just skip all the junior assemblies.
Carolyn.
I mean, I don't like dancing school anyways. I mean, I'm bigger than half the boys. I'm a terrible dancer. And I don't know what to say. I spent the whole time in the bathroom last year.
Don't be silly.
It's true, Mother. I don't get why I have to go. St. Joan wouldn't go to dancing school in a million years.
Yes, and look what happened to St. Joan!
I don't care. I've made up my mind.
Well, what do you plan to do when there's no St. Joan, and no Aunt Martha, and all your friends are having the times of their lives at the junior assemblies?
I'll find something.
Such as what? Hanging around here? Bothering the maids when I'm planning to have a party? Listening to that stupid hit parade?
I'll find something, Mother.
Well, I guess we know you're not old enough to make an intelligent decision.
I knew you wouldn't let me decide.
All right then, decide.
I've decided.
Before you do, just let me tell you a little story about your Aunt Martha, and when she made a little decision when she was about your age. She decided, if you breathe a word of this, I'll strangle you. She decided that she was in love with her riding master. So she threw up everything to go run away with him to Taos, New Mexico, where your father had to go down there and drag her back. But it was too late. She had been overstimulated. And from then on in, she refused to join the workday world. So there it is, in a nutshell. So think about what I've said, and decide.
I've decided, Mother.
Good, I hope you've come to your senses.
I've decided to call Aunt Martha.
Carolyn, you've got a dentist appointment at noon, Carolyn! You're riding lessons! No, get your riding
my skin.
I wanted to.
Your mother said you were sick this morning.
I was. I am.
So sick you couldn't go to school.
I am, Aggie. I upchucked twice.
Then you go right straight back to bed.
How come you didn't do my room yet?
Because I thought you were sleeping.
I've just been lying there, Ag. Waiting.
Well, I got more to do now since Ida left. I got the silver and the downstairs lavatory and all the bags besides.
My mama says you want to leave us.
When did she say that?
Last Thursday, on your day off, when she was cooking dinner. She said that there's a war and that you need a job with more money. Is that true?
Maybe.
Well, money isn't everything, Aggie.
Listen to him now.
You can be rich as a king and still be miserable. Look at my Uncle Paul. He's rich as Krauses, yet he's drinking himself into oblivion.
What do you know about all that?
I know a lot. I ate in the dining room now. I know that my uncle is drinking himself into oblivion and that Miss Williams has a tipped uterus.
You stop that talk.
Well, it's true, Ag, and it proves that money isn't everything. So, you don't have to leave us.
It's not just the money, darling.
Then what, Ag? Are you still mad at me for peeking on you in the bathtub?
That's enough now.
Then what is it, Ag? How come you're just leaving?
Because I don't want to do domestic service no more.
Why?
Because I don't like it no more.
That's because I left and you have too much work to do.
No, darling.
No, I'll help you. I'll do my own bed, and I'll pick up my own towel, and I'll try to be more careful when I pee.
Lord love you.
No, really. I'll tell my parents to stop having so many dinner parties, and I'll tell them to give you more time off. I'll tell them to give you off all day on Sunday. I'm serious, Ag.
Okay, let's measure it out then.
When will you be leaving then?
Until your mother finds someone else.
Well, she can't find anyone.
She will.
Well, she says she can't. They keep on showing up with dirty fingernails and dyed hair.
22 feet, 6 inches.
Fine room.
Big room.
So you gotta stay, Ag. You can't just leave us in the lurk.
Look at these French doors.
I'm looking. I'm also thinking about heat loss.
I'll stay until you go away for the summer.
8 feet, 2 inches.
You gonna get married?
Maybe.
That guy you told me about from church?
Maybe.
You gonna have kids? You will! You're gonna have a boy of your own!
Hold it tight now.
You gonna come back to visit us?
Oh my, yes.
You won't, Ag.
I will, surely.
No, I'll never see you again! Ever!
12 feet, 2 inches.
Come here, Mike.
No!
Come here and give Aggie a big hug.
No! Why would I?
Just
No!
a squeeze for old time's sake.
No! Go hug your own kids, Agnes! I've got work to do. I've got a whole stack of homework. I'm missing a whole day of school.
Michael!
Okay. There's your dining room, Doctor.
There it is.
Fine room. Big room. Commodious room.
One of the reasons we bought the house.
And one of the reasons we should consider breaking it up.
breaking it up.
Bear with me. What say we turn this room into an office for you and a waiting room for your patients?
I thought we planned to open up those maids' rooms on the 3rd floor.
Okay, hold on, relax. The patient trusts the psychiatrist, right? So why can't the psychiatrist trust the architect? Here's the ground plan of your house. Here's what you're stuck with for the moment, and here, with these approximate dimensions, is your dining room.
I see.
Now, just suppose we open this up. We slap a thing in here, break through here and here, blast this out, throw that out, and what do we have?
I'm not quite sure.
Well, we don't have a dining room anymore. That's what we don't have.
But where would we eat?
Here. Right here. But look, I'm putting it in eating area. Here's the fridge, the cooking units, Cuisinart, butcher block table, chrome chairs. Look at it. Look at the space, the flow. You cook, kids set the table, husband stacks the dishes, all right here. Democracy at work in your own home. Okay, let's review your day. You come down to breakfast. Everyone's fixing his or her own thing. Eggs, Pop-Tarts, pancakes, whatever. You eat, chat, read the newspaper, and come in here and go to work. Do you have a nurse or receptionist?
No, I'm just a humble shrink.
Okay. You come into the reception room, maybe adjust the magazines on a table here, maybe throw your newspaper to the pile, then come in through the soundproof door to your office. You turn on the stereo console here, maybe grab a book from the wall unit here, and then set it behind your desk module here. You read, listen to music, soon buzz. The patient arrives. You put down the book, turn off the music, and buzz him in through the soundproof door. He flops on the couch, tells you his dream, you stare out the window, write him up, buzz in the next, and soon it's time for lunch. Come in here for lunch, have lunch with maybe one of the husbands, or your husband, or maybe one of the kids, and then stroll back in here for a nap. More buzzes, more patients, and soon it's time for a good, easy, cooperative supper with your family.
But not in the dining room.
No, not in the dining room.
This room has so much resonance.
So does a church. That doesn't mean we have to live in it. Look, I know whereof I speak. I grew up in a room just like this.
Oh, yes.
God, yes. It's home turf for me.
Really?
Yeah. My father sat in a chair just like that. And my mother sat there, and my sister sat there. I sat here. Huh. It all comes back.
Do you want to talk about it?
It was awful. Those endless meals. Waiting to begin, waiting for dessert, waiting to be excused so they couldn't lean on you anymore.
Was it that bad?
Yeah, it was brutal. I remember this one time I came to dinner without washing my hands, and my father...
Go on.
Never mind. Point is, doctor, it's time to get rid of this room. To tell you frankly, I'm not interested in messing around with any more of the maid rooms. I can do that in my sleep. What I want is a chance to get in here and open up your whole ground floor. What do you say?
I'll have to think about it.
Fine, whatever. I'll send you the bill with the work I've done so far.
And I'll send you mine.
Now I want all of you to stand up, turn around, leave the dining room, and come back in again in the proper way. That's it. Go out. Come in as if you were your mummies and daddies at a lovely dinner party. Let Winky go first since she's the host. It's very nice. Okay, good. It should be boy, girl, boy, girl. Very nice. All right. Now what do we do with our napkins? That's right, we tuck them under our chins, and then we put on our party hats.
Can the boys wear their hats inside?
Yes, they can, Brewster, because this is a special occasion. And sometimes on special occasions, the rules can change. I meant some of the rules.
There's my daddy!
Where?
Hi, Billy. What's going on, kid? Hey, Dad. How you doing? Having fun? All right, sit down.
What brings you here?
Pick up Bill.
I thought Judy was picking him up.
She told me to.
Well, you're a little early. We haven't even had our ice cream yet.
She told me to be early.
I can get mine to work.
Help her, Brewster. Little boys are supposed to help little girls.
I got it. Where's Frank?
Playing golf. Where else?
On Lincoln's birthday.
Don't get me started, please.
Can we please have ice cream? Please, Mom.
In a minute, dear. Be patient, and then you'll have something to look forward to.
She must have known you'd be playing golf.
She knows everything.
She knows about us, at least.
About us how?
And she said she could tell by the way we behaved
Behaved where?
at the Bramwell's dinner party.
We hardly spoke.
That's how she could tell.
Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream!
She says that she's willing to fight tooth and nail.
What?
Well, she wants to nip it in the bud.
Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream! Ice cream!
You win.
Woo!
Now, Roberta is very busy in the kitchen tonight, so who would like to help bring stuff out? Okay. Billy, how about you get the cake, and Sandra, you can get the ice cream.
Billy,
And the rest of you will have other responsibilities. Like when they come back through the door. What are you going to do?
Sing the song.
Very good. And I want you to be very quiet and watch the door. And as soon as they come back out, start singing. So what do we do?
She says she's thinking of telling her father about us. He'd fire me immediately.
So what if he did?
I'd be out of a job, Maggie.
You could get another.
Where? Doing what?
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Winky! Happy birthday to you!
Now, before you blow out the candles, remember you have to make a wish. And Mommy has to make a wish too, see? Mommy's putting her wedding ring around one of the candles. Now we both close our eyes and make a wish.
Oh, I wish I could have.
Don't say it out loud. If you say it out loud, it won't come true. All right. Now, blow.
Happy birthday, Winky!
All right, now you and I will cut the cake, and Billy, can you pass off the ice cream?
Slow down. Who's good seat? Ladies first, Billy.
If you like to,
All
you
right.
can come here with the cake by yourself.
Go.
Okay, don't use your
go.
No, that's
For
right.
Angelica?
That is what he's serving. All right. No, that's
Sandra.
big.
Biggest piece.
Seven.
Good.
Thanks, Mom.
She'd make it so messy for everyone. She'd make it impossible.
So would Frank.
I thought you didn't care.
Don't care if it were messy.
We could leave town.
And go where?
I don't know, wherever I get a job.
Yes.
My uncle's got a house in Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Yeah, we could live there.
Is it nice in Syracuse?
I think it's on some lake or something. Look, you'd have Winky, I'd get Billy over the summer.
In Syracuse?
At least you'd be free.
Winky, work your mouth for us.
Billy,
Mommy,
could you come over here a minute?
I like playing games, Mom.
Yeah, that. Do you need to use the bathroom, Billy? Then don't do that. Billy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, go ahead. Go enjoy your cake. Okay, Dad.
Mommy, everybody's finished.
Thank you, sweetheart.
And then here's your ring from the cake.
I almost forgot about it.
Silly Mommy.
All right, children, into the living room now for some games.
What games?
Oh, all kinds of games. Blind man's bluff.
Games.
I got the cake.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I grew up here,
You didn't.
but to just pick up stakes.
I know.
I mean, this is where I live.
Me too. All right. We'll just have to behave ourselves. And if we happen to be seated next to each other, we'll just have to make a conscious effort.
We won't be seated next to each other. Judy will see them.
For a while.
For what?
Time to go then.
I've planned some games.
You want me to stay?
It would help.
Then I'll stay. I'll get them started.
Would you while I propitiate Roberta?
I'll be the donkey.
Stop.
I'll be the ass.
Stop or I'll scream.
Mommy! Everybody's waiting!
Okay, thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you, Nora. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Grandpa?
Which one are you?
I'm Nick, Graham.
What do you want?
To have lunch with you.
Well, you're late.
I went down to the club.
Who told you I'd be at the club?
My parents. They said you always eat there.
Lately, I've been coming home. I don't know half the people at the club anymore. I'd rather be here, on my own table. But Dora takes care of me. Don't you, Dora?
Yes, sir.
Well, you tracked me down anyway. That shows some enterprise. Bring him some lunch, Dora.
Thank you.
So, you're Nick, eh?
Yes, I am.
You're the one that wants to go to Europe this summer.
No, that's my cousin Mary.
Right. You're the one that wants the automobile. Says you can't go to school without an automobile.
No, that's my brother Tony.
What do you want?
I don't really want anything.
Everyone who sits down with me wants something. Usually money. Is that it? You want some money?
Yes, Graham.
For what?
For my education.
Education! That's a good thing. Or it can. Doesn't have to be. Can be bad. Where do you want to be educated?
St. Luke's School in Litchfield, Connecticut.
Never heard of it.
It's an excellent boarding school for boys.
Huh. Is it Catholic?
I don't know.
Sounds Catholic to me.
I
think it's high Episcopalian.
Ah, it's expensive.
My parents think it's a first-rate school.
Oh, your parents think.
Yeah, they discussed all the boarding schools and decided that this is the best.
They decided. And then they decided that you should get your grandfather to pay for it.
Yes.
Another one leaving the nest, Dora. And taking a piece of the nest egg. Why don't you stay here?
Me?
You.
Oh. Well, I want to broaden myself.
You want to what?
I want to broaden my horizons. My horizons need broadening.
Yeah.
Well, I'll meet interesting new friends.
Don't you have interesting friends here?
Oh.
I know a man who makes boats in his basement.
But
I know a man who plays golf with his wife.
But I'll meet different types from all over the country, in New York, California.
Why would you want to meet anyone from New York?
They're more sophisticated, Grant. They'll buff me up.
The what?
My mother says I need buffing up. And he needs buffing.
No, sir.
Dora doesn't think you need buffing up. I don't think you need buffing up. You'll have to give us better reasons.
They have advanced Latin there.
What else?
And an indoor ice hockey rink.
Ice hockey. Interesting.
And beautiful grounds and
Don't
surroundings.
we have beautiful grounds and surroundings? Why do we have to go away to have beautiful grounds?
I don't know, Graham. All I know is everyone seems to be going away these days.
Everyone's going away. You hear that, Dora? Everyone's going away.
An awful lot of people are going away.
I didn't go. Didn't even go to country. Went down to the old PS 36 on Heron Street.
I know, Graham.
I didn't finish either. My father died. I didn't go to work to support my mother. But he didn't finish. He didn't even start school. He learned Greek at the plow.
You told us, Graham.
Yeah, well, I didn't do too badly for myself. Without a high Episcopalian boarding school and an indoor ice hockey rink.
But you're a self-made man.
Oh, is that what I am? And what do you want to be? Don't you want to be self-made? Or do you want someone to make you? What do you got to say to that, huh? Huh?
I don't know.
Everyone wants to go away. Me, I went away twice. I took 2 vacations in my entire life. First vacation, I took a week off from work to marry my mother, grandma, down Hot Springs, Virginia. Bought this table. Second vacation, Europe, 1928. I hated the place. Miserable meals. Took a trunkload of shredded wheat along. Came back but ran out. Right back to this day. They're leaving this door.
Yes, sir.
They're scattering like birds.
Yes, sir.
Weird small tomatoes these days. This one, he wants to go to one of those fancy New England boarding schools. He wants to play ice hockey with that crowd from Long Island and Philadelphia. He'll come home talking with marbles in his mouth. We won't understand a word, Dora! And we won't see much of them either. They'll go visiting up in New York, Baltimore, drink liquor in the afternoons, get mixed up with women who wear lipstick and trousers, and whose only thought is the next dance. He wants me to pay for it. Is that right?
No, I don't want to go. I never wanted to go. I want to stay here with you.
Finish your greens. They're good for your lower intestine. No. You go. You gotta go. I'll send you to Lucy's and Betsy and Lexi's and Annie, whatever it's called. Toast that coffee. Mary can go to Europe this summer and it's all fine and dandy. Go on! Enjoy yourselves. Might as well. It's bound to happen. And you don't be sitting right here when you get back. Some Irish guy. Some Jewish gentleman will be sitting right here saying the same thing to his grandson. And your grandson will be back at the plow. And come to think of it, that won't be such a bad thing. Will it, Dora? Better get some shot.
Well, go on. Hurry. Bring him his checkbook before he falls asleep.
What do you think?
You're in trouble.
Oh dear, I knew it.
It's becoming unglued,
I know the feeling.
coming apart at the seams.
Do you think it's hopeless?
I'll check the table.
It shakes very badly. The other night, I had a few friends over for dinner, and every time we tried cutting our chicken, the water glasses started tinkling frantically and the chairs creaked and groaned. It was like having dinner at Pompeii.
I'm checking these joints here.
It's all very sad, how things run down and fall apart. I used to tell my husband, my ex-husband, we have such lovely things. We should oil them, we should wax them, but of course he couldn't do anything, and I couldn't do everything, and well, here you are to give us the coup de grace.
Hey. Look at this.
What?
Under here, come on.
I don't dare.
I'm serious, look.
Wait till I put on my glasses. All right, where? I can't see.
See, look at this support.
I can't quite. All right.
Do you see how loose this is?
I see it wiggles like mad.
And this whole board is rotted to the bone, probably needs a whole new piece.
I see.
And, excuse me, this, this pedestal is loose, needs, please, an owl, probably need to ream it out, put in another.
Do you think so?
Oh, sure, in fact. Your whole dining room needs to be re-screwed, re-glued, and renewed. What's the matter?
It's just, I've never been under a table before.
Oh, yeah?
It's all just wood under here, isn't it?
That's all it is.
I mean, you'd think a dining room table would be something special, but it isn't underneath. It's all wood. It's just a couple of big, wide boards.
That's right.
Hey, what's this?
Where?
Well, you're going to have to come back under here to look. Right here, there's some wood. Writing burned into the wood.
Where is it?
Right here. Wilkes-Barre, PA. 1898.
Oh, that's the manufacturer's mark.
1898.
That's what it says.
But that's not so old.
Not if it was made in 1898.
That's not old at all. It's not even antique. It's just American.
Yeah, they cranked these out at the end of the 19th century, based on the English.
Well, aren't I dumb? For years we've been thinking this is terribly valuable.
Well, it is, in a sense. It's well made, a good, serviceable copy.
I'm amazed.
You know a lot about furniture, don't you?
Beginning to.
Beginning to. I'll bet your father was a cabinet maker or something.
My father was a banker.
A banker?
I was a stockbroker until I got into this.
I don't believe it. I mean, I know some stockbrokers.
Oh, sure, I wanted to see what I was doing and feel the results, so I took up carpentry.
I am amazed. Is this the support that's loose?
Yeah, that's the one.
What if you put a nail in here?
Not a nail, a screw.
All right, and then another one in over here, or at least some household cement.
Well, they have these epoxy glues now.
All right, and then cram a matchbox in here.
Not a match.
A wedge then. A wooden wedge.
Good idea.
See? I can do it too. So, will you be taking the table away, or can you work on it here?
Here, if you'd like.
That may make more sense. My husband used to ask for a written estimate, materials and labor.
I'll write one up.
Suppose I helped on the labor.
I've never worked that way before.
I should learn. I shouldn't be so helpless.
Okay. Why not?
Great! When can we start?
Today, now if you'd like.
Then we're a partnership. Let's have a drink to celebrate.
Good idea.
What do you want? Something snappy like a martini?
No, I gave those up at the stock market. You have a beer?
Fine. A good solid beer. If I've got it.
I've got the plates, Miss Driscoll. You got your hands full with that turkey.
Beth, could you come help me with the tablecloth?
Ben, I need some help with the plates.
Yeah.
Sue on her way.
Yes, well. Now, Mother, I'm gonna watch you right here, next to me, and Fred, you sit on my left, and then you sit on the right, where she can see you. And Nancy and Beth pull up better to the table. Here we are. What's the matter, Mother?
I'm not quite sure where I am.
You're in your own dining room, Mother. This is your table, and here are your chairs. And this is the china you got on your trip to England, and the silver-handled carving knife which Father used to use.
Yes. But who are these people? I'm not quite sure who these people are.
It's me, Mother. Sue, your daughter. There's Fred and Ben and Nancy and Beth. We're all here, Mother.
I'll get the turkey. That might help her focus.
Great idea. Miss Driscoll's here, Mother. Right in the kitchen where she's always been. And your grandchildren. Your grandchildren were here too. Don't you remember they ate first at the children's table? And now they're out and back playing touch football. You watched them, Mother. Look, Mother. Isn't it a beautiful bird? See, Mother, I'm going to carve it just the way Father always did. I'm going to give you a small slice of the breast and a small dab of dressing, just as always, Mother. Just as always. And Fred, you like the drumstick, am I right, Fred? And Beth, you like the wishbone, and Ben, you end up with the Pope's nose. Am I right, Ben?
Say something for Miss Driscoll.
I always do, Nancy. Miss Driscoll likes the second joint.
Thank you very much, but I'd like to go home now.
You are home, Mother. You've lived here for 52 years. Basically forever. Nancy, pass this plate down to me.
No, this is all very nice, but I really do think it's time to go. Would someone drive me home, please? I live at 18 Summer Street with my mother and sisters.
What are you gonna do?
It's not there now, Mother. We drove down, don't you remember? There's a big building there now.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me to your home.
Mother, I'm Fred, your son.
Isn't that nice? It's been lovely.
Quickly, let's sing to her.
Sing.
Sure, she likes singing. She's always sing to her when she gets upset. Fred, Ben, over here.
Have you seen my gloves? I don't know where I put them. I can't go outside without my gloves.
What songs do you want to sing? I can't remember any of the songs.
Sure you can. Come on.
As the blackbird in the spring, 'neath the willow tree, sat and piped, I heard him sing, sing of Oralee. Oralee, Oralee, made of golden hair. Sunshine came along with thee, and swallows in the air.
I love music. Every member of my family used to be able to play a different instrument.
She's coming around. Quickly, second verse.
In thy blush the rose was born, music when you spake. Through thine azure eye the morn, sparkling seemed to break. Oralee, Oralee, made of golden hair. Sunshine came along with thee, and swallows in the air.
That was lovely.
Thank you, Mother.
But I really do think it's time to go now. Would someone call my carriage, please? It's getting very late, and my mother gets very nervous if I'm not home in time for tea.
Look, Fred, Ben, we'll drive her down and we'll show her everything. The new office complex where her house was, the new entrance to the thruway, the Howard Johnson's Motel, everything. She'll see that nothing's there at all.
I'll bring the car around.
I'm coming too.
We'll just have to go through the motions.
So scared.
I know.
I mean, she walked right past us. Grown kids. It's like we're ghosts or something.
And guess what right past us?
You know what I need? A good, stiff drink.
I'm with you.
I bet Miss Driscoll needs a drink.
I bet she could.
Let's go ask her.
It's just cool.
Yeah. Let's get a good stiff drink. Then dig into this turkey and try to figure out how to get on with this goddamn day.
Thank you.